Another reflective topic right here. We had somebody, one of our listeners, my homeboy Shaq from the 3 on the beat.
Facts.
I asked all of our listeners on Instagram what would they want advice on, what questions do you want to ask, or what topics would you like us to discuss. And my boy Shaq from the 3 came through with a question to ask for both of us, which is, what is it like being a dad?
We're both fathers.
Yeah, we fathers out here.
You know what I'm saying?
So, as well as brothers.
Yeah.
But we fathers. So, man, this question.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, to be honest, because there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
With being a father.
So
what you think?
Well, we're gonna kind of break it down into just certain talking points because there's so much to being a father. It's like we could be here all day, talking about different things as a father. But so I guess firstly we could just talk about like what I thought being a father would be like versus what it actually is.
Yeah.
And there were certain things I definitely thought. Like I always joked and was like, oh, when I have a kid, would be in a suit and tie every day, like, you know what I'm saying? It would be just like, and I think mentally, I feel like I kind of do that in a sense mentally, like it put me in a different mental state, like more from, mature mental state. It put me in.
So like, what did the suit and tie mean to you? Like what was the thing that made you think I had to be in a suit and tie every day?
Like the way I guess I thought about it more was just like, like how when you would watch cartoons and then you would see that like adult that had like the suitcase with them everywhere they went and it was just like a businessman in a sense.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's just kind of,
you only saw like their shoulders down.
That's what I thought I would turn into.
Yeah. Or like Timmy Turner's dad.
Yeah. But like, yeah, in a sense, I just definitely it definitely puts you in a different mind state, and you just I feel like I was able, like I just definitely feel like I'm going for more things now. I'm accomplishing more things now.
So that's what the suit and tie meant for you? It's just like you being about your business.
Being about my business, yeah.
Okay.
So in that aspect, I think that kind of was a, what I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be a lot more like, I just thought I would know a lot more than I did.
Like how? Like you mean you thought you would acquire the knowledge already, or that when you had the baby, like all of a sudden you would be having epiphanies? All of a sudden
I would, just know kind of what to do.
Like magic.
And, I didn't. It's a lot of practice. To be honest, I would say for dads, like learn stuff about, especially like at the baby age, because I think for more men, we're ready for more of the child age. Not the exact, like, what? Let me talk for myself. I wasn't ready I thought I would be ready for like the baby stage. I thought that would be like, oh, so simple. That's nothing. The baby's just, But
it's a little baby. It can't do shit.
It can't do,
Yeah.
But no, that part is actually a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it. Like you kind of learn. You got to know how to nurture. A lot more.
Because in the beginning, you don't realize how much goes into, like, especially the very early stage. Like that baby is new, like fresh out the vagina.
Yeah.
Every 2 hours, the baby is up. Every 2 hours. You gotta feed them. You gotta, change that diaper. Especially if the baby is being breastfed, that poop is coming out like toothpaste. Like it's just.
We would make sure he wasn't overheating. Like it was just so much nurturing. I didn't really I thought the baby part, I didn't really even think I would be that hands on, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think my male side was just thinking, oh, that's more the woman's part, to be honest. Like that's literally how freaking naive.
Well, I think most men are unprepared for that, and I would agree that I think most men are more ready for the more like toddler
the kid stage.
Yeah, like when the guy needs to come in to help settle the kid down, or like to play around when the mom has no energy, or you know what I mean, because they are a lot more active around that time. And it does seem like guys or the men have more energy to deal with that, you know. But
What do you think? Like, what was your difference between what you thought it was going to be versus what it was?
man, you know what? Um because I was a little bit hands on with our brothers and sister.
Yeah,
Not that much different. It is still a little bit different when the child is yours because
it's 24/7. They don't
yeah,
stop.
it is 24/7. Like when I was younger, I would help change the diapers, I would help feed them, I would help ma get stuff together, you know, help bathe them, help and all of that. But especially with when they were young, I wasn't as like when they were fresh, like newborn babies. I didn't have as much hands on because, you know, mom has to be away with the baby. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? She's, you know, they're both getting their rest or whatever. It seemed like, but I had more hands on after they came from the hospital.
Right. They
And,
would say
you
still
know,
more too once they get around like 3, 4, 5 months. That's when you start really like. Well,
yeah,
I even got more hands on as far as brother sisters. But I
yeah,
said baby,
yeah.
not really.
So I've always thought too, like, I would be hands on because I do see like a lot of men that will just kind of neglect certain things. I wouldn't even say neglect, but I just not be a part of certain things. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where the mom is kind of doing everything in the beginning, and especially back in the day. You know what I mean? Like we would just see our dad like he didn't really change no diapers. He
Definitely.
wasn't feeding them. He wasn't
Nah.
bathing them. He wasn't none of that. You know what I mean? It was I gotta go to work. I'm the head of the household. I'm making all the money. When I come home, I'm chilling. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like,
Yeah.
so I was always like, I don't think that's right. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I know you did just go to work, but she's been up every 2 hours
Not to
and you're
mention,
going to
bro,
sleep.
like she's been up every 2 hours. She's healing from everything that just happened,
Yeah.
especially like in the first 2 months.
Yeah.
They're healing, but they're exhausted. Like a bunch of stuff is happening in their body.
Right.
It's really different. I don't even really see how like because even when Lataia's going through, I would just see her going through. I'm like, all right, I like go to
Yeah.
sleep. Let
And
me get this
honestly,
shift. Like
honestly, with men in the beginning, it is definitely going to be more mom and baby
yeah,
oriented. You know what I mean? Like,
mm,
baby's gonna be more clingy to mom, and that's just gonna be that.
yeah,
All the way up until they're like young children. You know what I mean? Like, they're
yeah,
definitely gonna favor mom because they're gonna be doing a lot more. But you know, I do think the men's role in that situation is to just help, be a protector, be a
yeah,
a a, a helping hand. You know, so when I got off of work, like the first, which I think is so whack, like they definitely need to, um, like a lot more jobs need to have better maternity and paternity leave.
yeah.
I know with the job I was working at the time, I only had 3 days off
Dang.
that I could get 3 days paid time off for
Yeah.
paternity leave. If it was maternity, they give them 2 weeks, which that's not even enough time. Like their whole vagina literally just fell the fuck apart. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And you telling them, oh, you get 2 weeks and then you got to come right back in. You know, I honestly feel like it should be 2 months,
Definitely.
3 months where they got like get a chance to heal up, get a chance to bond with the baby, give
Facts.
them,
Especially for moms too.
breastfeed and, get that contact with the baby and then go back to work. Like, of course, in our situation, we're actually here,
Yeah.
but there are a lot of mothers who are doing it on their own. So they pop the baby out. They only got 2 weeks and to spend time with their baby, and then they got to send them off
Because
to
that's what's legal. Like that's what's normally what the healing process is supposed to
right.
be.
So legally, you can only be out for 2 weeks. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But I think they have to do better with that. But anyways, I got like 3 days off to help her. So like when she was asleep and the baby woke up and I could tell like she's just that pooped out. Okay, I got the baby. You know what I mean? Like I'm taking him, I'm changing his diaper, I'll feed him, I'll sit on the couch with him and like rock him back to sleep and then wake back up. And I'm a light sleeper anyway, so in the middle of the night, I'm waking up regardless if he's crying. So I got him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it was just, I would just say it was, as far as in my mind, like, is definitely, it was definitely a step up from what I thought. You know what I mean?
It's just 20 is hands on, like especially that beginning part, 24/7.
Right.
And the crazy thing is when Taya at Judah, I was actually in the midst of getting my trucking license because you know we was like in the middle of the pandemic. You know,
Yeah.
he's only 10 months old now, so like in the middle of the pandemic, and you know I was struggling, look for jobs. So
Right.
I came across this trucking thing, and I literally got my certification like 2 days before he was born. Like, well, no, the day before he was born.
Yeah.
And he was born, and I got like I was surprised because I was got the call to go to work like 4 days after he was born. So I was home. I was home for like that 4 days, but then after that, I left to go do trucking. So I was gone, like only home on the weekends for like the first,
Right.
4 months, 4 or 5 months. Only home on the weekends.
Right.
But yeah, it was crazy.